Right, let's have a look at this little question. Question 5, 2018 paper. The list below shows the time in minutes taken by 12 students to solve a maths problem. So 3 minutes, 5 minutes, so on, up to 15 minutes. Part A, work out the range of the data. Okay, so range is the max value minus the min value. So it's 15 minus 3, so it's 12 minutes. Okay, so that's the range. Now the interquartile range. Okay, so the interquartile range. So it's a type of spread or variability in our data. Okay, so it's another measure of spread. What it does though is it doesn't look at all of the data. It kind of looks at in between the first quarter and the third quarter. Okay, and the reason it does this, if you'll allow me go back to the previous question we did where we had an outlier. Remember in this question we had an outlier of 1441, and when we looked at the range we got 31. Okay, and it was because of this outlier here. Whereas if I could chop off that value, if I could chop off the ends, then what's 165 to 172? That's a range of 7, which is much tighter. Okay, so interquartile range is good if you're worried you might have outliers that don't really represent your data. Okay, so that's where interquartile range then gets used. Okay, so how do we calculate it? Okay, well, it's related to the median. So remember I said the median was Q2. So I'm going to write my values down again here. So 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 14, and 15. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, cool. Okay, so interquartile range quarter, we're breaking our data up into quarters. Okay, so I'm going to get the median first, which is Q2. Okay, then after that I'm going to get my first quarter, Q1, and then after that I'm going to get my third quarter, which is Q3. Interquartile range, okay, there's the I, the Q, the R, okay, so it's often written as IQR. The formula for it is Q3 minus Q1, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I called median Q4. I meant to write down Q2, okay. Median is the value in the middle when the numbers are in order, okay, and I'll show you why I have to do the median first. So let me do the median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 9 is 6 values down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 is 6 values up. Okay, so can you see for this particular one, and it's because it's an even number of students, I have no specific value in the middle. Okay, so how I calculate my Q2 in that case, my median, it's equal to the average of these two, or basically halfway between them. 9.5. Okay, so what you end up doing, or what you end up finding, is your Q2 is right in that center. Can you see that? It's 9.5. So that's my Q2. Now the easiest way then to find your first quarter is to only look at the upper half of the data. Okay, so from where you chopped off your data there at Q2, okay, at your median, now do it again. In other words, you're finding halfway between these two datas, or between this data. So I do it again. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, so half of that is 3. So I'm going to come down 3, 1, 2, 3, and I get 6. And I'm going to go up 3 from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, and I get 7. So basically I'm finding the median of the top half. Okay, you can see again, it's in the middle. So it's 6 plus 7 over 2, which is 6.5, and that's equal to my first quarter. So that's my Q1, this is my Q2. And then I'd say you're not surprised to hear that I'm going to find the median of the lower half. And won't that give me 3/4 way down? Okay, So again, let's count down. 1, 2, 3. Let's count up. 1, 2, 3. And again, there's the value in the middle. So Q3, my third quarter, is equal to 13 plus 14 over 2. So it's equal to 13.5. Okay. So it takes just doing 1 or 2 of these to get your head around it. So what's the first thing I do? I found the value in the middle, the median, the value in the middle when the numbers were in order. Okay. And that's where I got that 9.5. I then ignored the bottom, for want of a better word, and I got the median of the top. And that gave me my first quarter. Then I ignored the top and I got the median of the bottom. And that gives me my third quarter. So then putting those values into the formula gives me the interquartile range. Inter means in between, so in between the two quarters. So it's going to be 13.5 minus 6.5. What's that? 7. Okay, so your interquartile range is 7. So you'll always find your interquartile range is always less than your range because it's not taking into account the 3 values on the outside and these values on the inside. Okay, so your interquartile range will always be smaller than your range. Okay, so interquartile range is only on the higher level course. It's not on the ordinary level course. Range is on the ordinary level course. Okay, so it's an important skill to be able to calculate your interquartile range. Okay, and we'll see it coming up in other questions as well.